On today's episode of the DeRaud-Messinger Show, we're making our Week 1 Texas high school football picks. High school football fans, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. It's greatly appreciated. We've been having some technical difficulties, so hopefully we're back to normal next week. But we still got the picks for you. Dylan, the first game, we got number 4 Highland Park versus number 3 Southlake Carroll. Who do you have?
Well, these are both really exciting teams going into this season. A lot of question marks. Obviously, Southlake Carroll does not have Quinn Ewers in this game. He has gone to Ohio State, sadly, for everybody that loves high school football. But I am going with Southlake Carroll in this matchup. They still have an explosive offense led by Landon Sampson at wide receiver and running back Owen Allen. The Highland Park does have an all-district defensive end in Jack Curtis. Their defense is going to be a staple for them this year, but they replaced most of the offense, and I think Carroll's going to have the edge in this matchup, Devon.
I can't argue there. I also have Carroll. Now, as you said, new starters at quarterback. Caden Anderson's going to be taking Quinn Ewers' place. I expect big things from him, but also at Highland Park, Brendan Storer will be making his debut for the Scots. So that's really my matchup to watch is the quarterback battle. But I think overall, Carroll's going to try to bounce back from that tough title game loss that they had at AT&T Stadium. And this game will also be at AT&T Stadium, so they're not going to try to lose 2 in a row at Jerry's World. Now, next game, we got number 9, Arlington Martin at number 8, Lake Travis. Dylan, what do you got?
Devon, I've got Arlington Martin in this matchup. They have an experienced team with playoff experience from last year. Sid Ford takes over the offense this year as well. It's going to be interesting to see how he can turn this offense, take it to a new level. They do have a young offensive line, so he'll probably have to do a lot of rushing yards on his feet, scrambling away from defenders, but they also have a stacked defense that's really going to give Lake Travis a hard time. I know Lake Travis is going to have a bitter taste from an early exit from last year, but they do have a young team, Devon, so I'm going to be giving the edge to Arlington Martin.
Okay, that was a good pick, but I went with Lake Travis. Now, Arlington Martin, they have a lot of Texas boys that are either targets or commits to Longhorns like Travell Johnson. But I'm not sure on Travell Johnson's health status prior to this game. That's why I'm going with Lake Travis. They have Bo Edmondson at quarterback, who's one of the young premier quarterbacks in the state of Texas. But they also got a transfer in Caleb Burton. So I'm going to be looking forward to seeing how that connection does against a good Arlington Martin team. Now, next game we got, Dylan, number 5 Longview versus number 1 Denton Ryan. I'll take this one here. I got Denton Ryan. This game will be at the Star. Now, Ryan returns more experience, which is worth noting because they were already the championship team last year. They also got Anthony Hill and Austin Jordan. But I'm looking forward, talking about matchups here, I'm looking forward to watching Jalen Hale for Longview, see who he pairs up against for Ryan. It probably will be Austin Jordan. So that's really an interesting matchup just in terms of recruiting. Those are 2 4-star guys battling it. But who do you got?
Well, Devon, I'm going to have to go against you here and go with Denton Ryan. They are the defending champs. They do have a stacked defense. They are replacing a lot of playmakers like Billy Moman Jr. and Jatavian Sanders, but they always have the ability to retool with talent. So I'm going to be going with Denton Ryan here. But yes, again, you highlighted Jalen Hale. He had 11 touchdowns last season. The keys of the offense are going to be handed to him. So getting him the ball is going to be a top priority. So I do wonder how this is going to look. I think it might be Jalen Hale versus Denton Ryan in this game. But Devon, now we're moving on to the lightning round. With our first matchup, we have a 5A D1 and private school matchup between San Antonio Cornerstone Christian and at number 9 Frisco Lone Star. Devon, I have Frisco Lone Star in this matchup.
I have Frisco Lone Star as well. And don't get me wrong, Dylan, I picked Denton Ryan against Longview. Next game we have is number 7 Fort Worth Nolan Catholic versus number 1 Argyle. I have Argyle.
Devon, I don't think I've ever picked against Argyle, so I'm going to go with Argyle here. And with our next match, we have a 4A D2 versus 4A D1 matchup with a number 6 Selena at number 3 Melissa. Devon, I have Melissa at home.
I have Melissa as well. You can't argue with that. Next matchup we have is Gladewater 3A Division 1 versus number 2 Gilmer in 4A D2. I have Gilmer. I think Brandon Tennyson makes the difference here.
I have Gilmer as well. I have them going really deep in the playoffs this year. Now, their next one, we have number 7 Grandview at number 5 Malakoff. Devon, this is a 3A D1 matchup. This is a new era for Grandview, but I do think Malakoff is going to be coming out of this with the win.
Yeah, I think Malakoff wins it too. They don't have Dane Yench. Grandview doesn't. So I think that will take some time to recover from. Next matchup, we have 3AD2, number 1, Franklin versus number 8 in 3AD1, Lorena. I have Franklin.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting matchup, but I'm going with Franklin as well. And our next one, we have 2AD1, number 2, Shiner at 3AD2, number 10, Houtsville. Devin, I'm going with Shiner in this matchup.
I have Shiner as well. This was maybe the toughest game to pick because Shiner lacks a lot of experience, although they still have their star players, and Hallettsville is going to have to learn how to cope without Jonathan Brooks leading the way. The next game we have is number 4 Wascom in 3AD2 versus number 8 Garrison in 2AD1. I have number 4 Wascom.
Devin, I'm starting to think you're stealing my picks, but I'm going with Wascom as well. And then our next one, we got 1AD1 matchup with number 3 May versus number 2 Borden County. Devin, I'm going with Borden County in this one.
Okay, I'm going May to differ it up here.
Woo.
Next game we have number 4 Westbrook in 1AD1 versus number 1 Motley County in 1AD2. These are our 2 title picks, I believe. I have Motley County though in this one.
So we're switching. I'm going with Westbrook in this one, Devin. Interesting.
Okay.
Now the next one, we have 1AD2, number 4 Balmorea at 1AD1, number 5 Rankin. Devin, Rankin's a team that I always pick, and I'm going with Rankin.
I agree. They're just fun to say. I got Rankin too, but more importantly, who do you guys have? Let us know your week 1 picks down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe and have a great rest of your day.